Alabama at a friend of ours, my sweet friend that I met online, Angie, and we got to see her property and get a restful sleep, and then we're gonna head on to North Carolina from here. Let me show you around a little bit. My friend Angie's place, as you can see, is just magical. I am sure that some of you can relate. When you meet someone that is so uplifting and encouraging, like she has been for me and my family, you just know with your whole heart that you were meant to be friends. Well, that's me and Angie. She has silkies, and these are little adorable breed of chicken that you can just easily fall in love with. I'm definitely thinking about adding them to my homestead. My favorite was the little brown one with the perfect name of Peanut Butter. And these sweet breed of chicken can serve a dual purpose on the homestead because they can hunt pests in the garden without really doing the damage that a full-size chicken can do. Look at these New Guinea gourd beasts. Wow, I guess New Guinea beans grow good in Alabama. Angie and John had the coolest kids. Jacob was totally into snakes, and he gave me an up-close and personal encounter with one.
Remember that one there?
I'm standing close to you.
Yeah, there you go.
He's like, Daddy. Kind of neat though. Going back to his owner. Hey.
Oh, no, he's going up under the hat.
Hannah has a heart for horses, and she is amazing with them. And while we didn't get to meet her favorite horses, we did get to meet her new companion, Precious. This sweet family opened their hearts and their home to help us on our adventure, and we are forever grateful.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together.
We are so thankful that we got to come here and enjoy this amazing place. I have never been to North Carolina before, and we got to have some amazing adventures together as a family here.
Forever free. Take a step back to see the truth of...
It is gorgeous here. For a Texas girl coming from Texas, it's like, you know, when you have a really hot day and then you step into air conditioning. That's what North Carolina is like for me. And I've also noticed that they can grow some serious food here. We stopped by a little food stand and talked to a couple of farmers, and man, they have everything growing here. It's so different than Texas. They have some serious food production. And also though, I noticed they also have medicines growing all around them. So let me show you a few. Look what I found just off the deck of the cabin we're staying at. Elderberries, you guys. Elderberries are great for fighting the cold and flu. So I'm gonna dry these and take them home for flu season back in Texas. The other medicine we found is jewelweed, you guys. Isn't this an incredible find? It just grows wild everywhere here. Jewelweed can be used for poison ivy. So it's usually actually growing around poison ivy and someplace where there's foot traffic and it's really moist. But you can cut it and you can make a tea out of it and freeze it in ice cube trays to rub on your itchy poison ivy patch. Or you can make a salve out of it. So I plan to do both. Come look at the flower. So it's a pretty distinctive flower. It's also called touch-me-not because of the little seed pods. There's a little seed pod. I don't know if this one's ripe enough, but when you touch it, it springs open and the seeds go everywhere. I don't think this one's ready. I'm going to take some seed pods with me back to Dallas and try to grow them somewhere on my homestead so I can have a cure for poison ivy. That should be good. I'm going to take my jewelweed that I picked and just cut it up. Cut it up in the pan first so it'll be easier. Because all the good stuff we want are in these stems. So I'm going to pack my jar full of stems and leaves. Be better if this were just a little drier, but that's okay. I've learned that if you cover it with a paper towel, it kind of lets the moisture escape instead of covering it with the lid right away. So I will definitely do that. Okay. Now I'm going to put some oil on it. You can use grapeseed oil. That's what I've got, grapeseed oil or olive oil. I will mash it down and probably add some more oil once I get back to Dallas. And it's so warm in Dallas, this will take no time at all. Steeping the good jewelweed juices into this oil, and then we're going to add some beeswax to that and make a really nice salve for poison ivy. So there's that. And then this one, I am going to put some water in here, just warm water, and let it steep to make a tea. And then I'm going to pour them in ice cube trays and freeze them up and keep them in my freezer for the next time one of my family has poison ivy, and we can just rub on the poison ivy and that itchiness and that swelling will just dissipate somewhat. So, yep, it's a pharmacy out there. The other plant that I found was broadleaf plantain. Plantain is super good for any type of skin ailment. You can also put it in salve. Any itchy bites or stings or cuts, small cuts and bruises, plantain is great for. Now, I think it does actually grow in Texas in the spring, but I don't have any on my property. I have one called narrow-leaf plantain or bucktooth plantain, but these have much bigger leaves, so there's a lot more usable leaves here to use in my salve. So I'm going to harvest some of these and take them home to put in my salve. And I'm also going to harvest some seeds. They have these seed pods that grow up from every plant. That's one way you can distinguish plantain. And all these little seeds I'm going to take home and try to get this established somewhere on my property. Usually plantain grows in places where there's foot traffic, even between sidewalks and, yeah, in wet places. In Texas in the spring, but apparently in North Carolina, a lot longer. If we watch closely around us, then nature can be our pharmacy. Our last day was kind of rainy, but that was okay because it gave us a chance to just hang out and relax and play some games together and laugh together and get ready for the big haul back. We are cooking it up the last night with lasagna in the Dutch oven. My hubby is a wonderful Dutch oven cook. If we ever have to rough it, I'm going to be so glad that he knows how to cook in a Dutch oven and knows how to cook on a campfire. And apple cobblers. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys. This exciting thing happened. So this means that I get to call one of the most beautiful girls, heart and soul, my new daughter. So I am so blessed, and I know my son John feels equally blessed to have her by his side. We got to hear stories around the campfire and play games and make memories. I have a big, noisy, boisterous family, and I'm sure some of you can relate that I have the gift of tuning them out from time to time. And my hubby always breaks through and he asks, "Where were you?" And I jokingly reply, "I was in Carolina," in my mind, from my favorite James Taylor song. And now that I have been there, I can honestly say I'm going to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you just see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moon shining? Ain't it just like a friend of mine? Hit me from behind. Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Going to Carolina in my mind.